In this video, I'm going to teach you how I train as a 40 plus year old. I'm 41 and a half versus when I was training back in my 20s and 30s. As an older person, I feel like I learn and I am more open about my fitness and my health. My goals are to improve the quality of my life and improve longevity. Whereas when I was 20, I didn't really care about it because I felt like I had all the time in the world. These habits have improved my fitness going into my older years, and I'm trying to build habits and beliefs and practices and a lifestyle that will carry me into my 80s, possibly hundreds. I now focus on lifting slower because I want to feel the muscles and the contraction, and I'm trying to connect my mind and my body to the movements that I'm doing. I'm less focused on getting bulky. I more want to be lean because I think that it's less work on the gut. If I have to eat less food, I would feel less bloated. It's cheaper on the wallet. And I'm more focused on higher quality foods as well because I've noticed that before when I was eating, for example, Burger King, I would feel bloated. I would feel acne on my face, low energy. And also eating that kind of food, it would also make me feel kind of immature. Versus now, I don't remember the last time I had McDonald's. Not that there's anything wrong with it, I just don't see the point of eating there unless it's the only option. When I was 20, I never tracked my macros. And I would be working out twice a day. I would be going to martial arts. I would be going to the gym. And I was pretty big. I was about 170, 175. I wasn't shredded though. I didn't have the cuts because I was eating a lot. I was eating like a pig because I needed the energy at the time. And I was more strength based versus now I'm more training for aesthetics and I want to look good so that I could feel good. And I think that it's a more better experience. It's easier to do. Versus one of my friends, he was saying that, oh, I want to bulk, and he's been saying that for the past 2 years on. It's summertime right now. I want to look good. I want to feel good. I want to be able to approach men and women, to create friend groups, to learn from them, and to share with them the experiences that I'm doing on my journey. I also took my ego out of it because in the past I would always try and do things on my own and they worked at the time. For example, music, I would listen to dark music and now I don't even listen to dark music. I'm more listening to podcasts and something that's upbeat because I want to reprogram my mind with gratitude, with optimism. I do understand that some people, they like to tap into the anger and the dark side, the sadness when they train because there is power in it. For example, if you were to look at Mike Tyson, back in the days, he was a beast because he was real angry. He channeled his anger in the ring. But I think I'm older now and I'm more mature. I'm learning about my emotions, how to align my mind and my heart so that I would have a better experience going forward. I would be able to manifest better environment for myself. Also, I see the benefits of purchasing a gym membership, whereas before I was just doing home workouts because having a gym, it's better because the environment's better. I get to be around higher quality people and it's motivating to see them, to learn from them. Also, equipment, make sure you guys get, a waist belt if you're squatting or gloves or other kinds of equipment, sleeveless shirts, shorts, something that's breathable, high quality shoes because I remember before I never had running shoes before. I just had the general run around the mill shoes and they worked at the time, but then once I got real running shoes, it's a game changer. Or hiking shoes. Now I can understand why women have so many different kinds of shoes because different shoes serve different purposes. And for example, my running shoe, it's like running on a cloud. and it makes the experience more enjoyable versus having your generic shoe. Also, for squatting shoes, I talked to certain people in the gym and they said that the soles, they're really, really firm and they don't move around. Maybe they would angle you up in a higher position so that you could get that deep squat. Also, I focus a lot on form because before I just didn't get it. I was just trying to move the heaviest weight and I was sacrificing form. I was ego lifting. I was lifting too much. I was lifting too many sets and reps, and I actually slipped the disc back in 2016. I had sciatica on my right leg for a year and a half, and it was a major, major setback. Now I more increment slowly when I'm lifting. I take my ego out of it. I use 2.5 plates, 5-pound plates, 10-pound plates, and on that increment, very, very slow so that I can learn what I'm doing. Also, now I also keep track of my exercises, the reps, and the weights so that next time I go back to do the push-pull leg split, I know what I could do on the machine and I could start at that point so that I'm not wasting my time on the lighter reps. Make sure you guys focus on progressing overload and you're pretty much trying to push yourself as much as you can, but in a safe way. Also, before I didn't care about hydration. Now I more of try and drink a gallon a day so that when I'm in the gym, I'm hydrated and I can push and I feel better. Because when I'm in the gym, I would be sweating so much and I want to be able to perform at my highest level so that I could be my own star and be my own athlete essentially. Also, networking with people in the gym. As before, I was more to myself. I didn't care about really talking to other people. I just went in and I did my workouts and I left. Versus now, I'm more trying to talk to other people to learn from them and to share with them. And I think that if I could be everyone's friend, obviously that's not the case in real life, right? But then if I could pretend in my imagination, everybody wants to talk to me, everybody's my friend, then that could be a better gym membership experience. Also, for tracking macros, make sure you guys track your macros, eat similar kinds of foods every single day, and then you'll get the definition, you'll start building muscle, you'll drop the weight, you'll burn fat, and you'll feel better. Your mind will be more clear, your mental health will improve, your heart rate will be better, and it's an overall hack of life that if I could tap into it to live a healthier life, then I would be happier and I feel like other people would be happier with me around them as well. Also, focus on your sleep. Before, my sleep was pretty bad. I was getting 4 or 5 hours of sleep, and that would greatly, greatly impact my performance, my recovery, my mood the next day, my cognitive abilities. Getting good sleep, it's very, very important. It's one of the most important things that you could do as a person, because during sleep or fasting or working out, the body secretes growth hormones. And even for your brain, I heard in deep sleep that the brain, it gets rinsed. The fluid, it gets rinsed out, versus like if I'm not getting enough sleep, then these events don't occur and it's kind of like dirty fluid. Don't quote me on this, you could Google search it. Also, I've noticed that I have less bags, my skin is more clear, and I just feel more attractive as a person. My jawline is more cut. I lost fat in these two areas, and I feel that other people would notice it, and I would notice it. I treat myself better, other people can treat me better as well. I would feel like I'm the star of my own show. I'm the athlete of my life. Also, for reading books, it's a way to open my mind and to get different perspective, because a book is probably 10 years of somebody's life, somebody's advice. For example, The New Psychology of Winning by Dennis Whaley. He goes into visualization and manifestation, and we're always manifesting things. We're always thinking about things. I have 50 to 60,000 thoughts a day, and I have to make sure those thoughts are good thoughts. And I'm surrounding myself with positive people. My self-talk is positive, optimistic. It's how I use the stories to empower myself, because before, when I was out of shape, when I was younger, I was more depressed. I wanted to delete. I felt like, what's the point of life? Because I didn't grow up with my mother as a kid. My reading wasn't good, and I thought that I didn't like to read, which was a false belief, because once I found those self-development books, it's something that I was interested in because it solved my problems. If you guys get into self-development, it's a better return on investment. Now, as an older person, I feel worthy of investing into myself, whether it's on a coach, gym membership, courses, books, other events, services, higher quality food. Maybe your bed, it needs to be upgraded. And if you don't have the money, these things can be figured out. Figure out how to get your money right so that you can invest in the proper equipment and tools and services to improve your life. Because as a man, I think that if I'm depressed, if I'm out of shape, I don't love myself, I cannot serve myself, I cannot serve other people. Versus now, I feel that I could be a role model to myself, I could be a role model to you guys. I hope you guys join me on my journey, because I'm coming up on a month and I look decent. I'm hoping that in the next 2 months, I will look a lot more shredded. I'll put on more muscle mass and I'll be more happier. I told my coach, if I could be delusional, let's try and get a pro card. You know, what's the worst that's going to happen? I'm going to fail. I failed tons of times in my life. And now, as an older person, it's the process that matters instead of the destination. Make sure you're aware of your environment, your mental environment, what you're thinking about. Make sure it's positive so that you can feel happy, proud of yourself, so that you can build confidence. Be aware of what you're watching. Are you watching podcasts or useless things on Netflix? Are you surrounding yourself with positive people, such as people that go to the gym regularly? Make sure you go to the gym early. Wake up early, because you can accomplish more if you conquer the morning. The people are higher quality in the morning as well, versus if I'm waking up late and then I'm struggling, I feel aimless, I feel clueless, like I don't know what I'm doing. Design your life and get clear on the things that you want, because it is possible for you to achieve a lot in life. And I've trained people that lost 20 and 30 pounds by following basic protocols like eating real foods, drinking black coffee, water, tea, protein shakes only, getting better sleep, walking your 10K a day or twice a day, however you want to divide it up. Make sure you set up your room so that you want to do some stretching or working out. I have a pull-up bar, I have dumbbells, I could do calisthenics, dips, those kinds of things. It is possible to achieve your body that you want and to feel proud of yourself, to be happy, to feel strong, to feel like a leader of who you are. And these things, they transfer into other areas of life, such as dating or applying for different positions or taking risks. Even for entrepreneurial risks, I spent thousands of dollars to try and learn from coaches, and we will see how it pans out. No matter what, I was blessed to be able to participate and to be able to speak to you all. I hope God blesses you. I hope that you can use the stories to empower yourself to become whoever you want to become. And I hope that you feel worthy. You love yourself enough to invest into yourself, whether it's a book, audiobook, or you get an actual coach, those kinds of things. and understand when I was younger, I used to feel anxiety, depression, because I used to be self-conscious. Oh, what does this person think of me? Nobody's thinking about you because everybody is thinking about themselves. Most people don't care about you, and it's all good. I want you to care about yourself though. You have to be your biggest cheerleader. Say high five. I went to the gym, I did my workouts, I got my meals, I slept properly, I'm journaling, I'm meditating. Even if you think something isn't working, give yourself credit for the small wins that you're doing and acknowledge them. Because if you could see all of the blocks that you had growing up, the things that you've overcome, I've overcome racism, deleting thoughts, I've overcome basically not being able to read, speak, and write because I didn't speak a second language. I didn't grow up with my mother. I didn't love myself. I felt dark. I felt like, what's the point? I felt apathetic, aimless. And when I read that Psycho-Cybernetics book by Maxwell Maltz, it's free on YouTube. You can download the PDF. He said, when I have goals, I will embrace life. When I do not have goals, I will embrace the dark side. And I will want to delete. And I hope that you guys can find the strength to improve because I got dumped before. I'm pretty sure everybody's been broken heart. And it's a pretty dark place. Use that fuel and pain to improve. And have faith that things happen for a reason. That your trials will be building you. It reminds me of a sword. Where you put the steel in the fire, the swordsman bangs to compress the sword, and he does it over and over and over, and he sharpens the sword so that it's strong and flexible. Be the sharp sword in your arsenal. I wanted to be strong because I remember what it felt like when I was weak, when I got called chink, when I got punched in the face, kicked in the face, when I got spit on. I didn't love myself. I was small. And when I got bigger, then I could have respected myself and other people could respect me as well if they chose to. I want you guys to be strong so that you could project strength. Because if I project weakness, people will prey on that weakness. In your personal life, it could be physical as well. Make sure you guys do martial arts as well. I think that it is needed because martial arts, it teaches how to lose. It teaches me how to get beat up. And I know when I'm getting punched and kicked and choked out that I will come back stronger and I will learn how to defend myself. Alright, I hope you guys got a lot of value out of that. Please like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below. Let me know what hit the hardest. I hope you guys are doing well on your journey and forgive yourself if you make a mistake because I make mistakes all the time. I am adapting to my training, my lifestyle, and I know things will get better for me in the future. That Christ has been born inside of me, my mind and my heart. And I hope that we can all get strong, healthy. We can all get the relationships that we want. We can make the most amount of money that we want. And peace for the world.